Yo, this is your boy, the Omega Katana, and before I begin, this has been a long time since I did a vlog-like video like this, as well as an anime review and a thoughts video on top of that. So, I'm not wasting time, let's just get to the video, shall we? And it's going to be a long, bumpy road, so stay tuned. I know I'm going to do this phrase, yo, this is your boy, the Omega Katana here, back with another video, but this time I'm going to keep it real here. You know that recent Mobile Suit Gundam show, Gundam Quacks, or in English is Quacks, but I call it Quacks. So anyways, I'm going to say it's a 7.9 out of 10. There it is, people. There's my review on Gundam Quacks right there. Like if you like the video, and if you have a thought, please leave it at the comment box below the video, and don't forget to hit that sub. Hold on, this isn't the end of the video at all, because it's going to be a personal review or thoughts video. But the challenge is I'm not going to give out too much spoilers or barely any spoilers, because it's still very recent despite ending recently as of this video script being typed out. Yes, I'm going to get a lot of haters making fun of me in the comments saying that I'm being a fanboy. But hear me out, you guys have never, ever endured bad entries in the Gundam series, like Gundam Age, the Kyo arc, or Gundam Age Part 3, Gundam Narrative, Gundam Build Divers, to the point I just dropped the whole Build series, and I did not check out its sequel. That's how bad Divers was to me. And those are even worse than Gundam Seed Destiny at its worst moments. Or bad mecha anime like Noah Zero. I wanted to like that anime, but its writing ruined it for me. Buddy Complex, one of the most generic, boring anime that I've ever saw. And Super Robot Wars can't even save that mess. And Dawning of the Franks, what the hell's that embarrassment of a robot anime? But out of all those, Gundam Quacks is better than a lot of those examples I listed above. Even Witch of Mercury is better than those examples that I explained earlier. And the show has problems that I didn't like at all. In other words, I did not like Witch of Mercury that much. I kind of dropped it. But Quacks is better than that. But where I'm at so far. Anyways, my experience with Quacks has been surprisingly a decent one, and would have been easily made a train wreck of an ending. But it actually made a decent ending, despite the pacing issues and the amount of resources of story they have left, and their only 12 episodes is criminal, like crap like Build Divers have 25 episodes. But it's absolutely dog shit, while its sequel did better, but I didn't watch it because I hated Divers that much. That's how bad Divers is. I already said that before. Let's get into the negatives, shall we? Because I'm just saying this outright, that 12 episodes isn't enough at all. Let me repeat that. Outright. That 12 episodes isn't enough at all to do a story like this at all. It usually cost like 24 to 25 episodes tops, or 3 movies. It freaking shows, because after the beginning movie, the first 3 episodes are like a recap to that film and don't actually give much substance at all to the main leads at all until episode 4. For some people, episode 7, despite having some heavy moments, without going to the spoilers, and the show heavily suffers from it, to the point we barely know our main leads, and Suji and Nyan are the main culprits of having a lack of development. The show focuses on being a tribute on Gundam 0079 with sprinkles of Char's counterattack and Zeta Gundam, with some elements that mostly remains to Mobile Suit Gundam as a whole, which pleases longtime fans, pointing at the fans, or shout out to the fans who are Japanese, who are there at the very beginning during the late 70s or early 80s, which the staff are fans during that era, and it shows. For example, for you non-Japanese or Americans or Spanish or Arabs, for example, remember the sequel trilogy where you have to know or watch the OG trilogy to understand the importance of Layla and the journey to find Luke Skywalker and the Emperor coming back out of the blue, which made another Death Star? Yes, it didn't make sense at all, but let's not forget the rest of the Disney era spin-offs, which relies heavily on the OG trilogy as well, including the Maldorian, which serves as a bridge between the OG and the sequel trilogy, to Endor, despite how good it is, which takes place before Rogue One, and even that film relies heavily on the OG trilogy of Star Wars. Okay, you get to the point what I'm trying to say here. Because You have to rely on legacy material to understand the plot twists and turns, as well as the impact of the new protagonists in their journey during the sequels, or in Quax's or Crux's case, knowledge of Mobile Suit Gundam as a whole to understand the plot twists and impacts of its plot, which will be a huge hindrance to a lot of newer generation fans, and especially that aren't Japanese at all. Look, Mobile Suit Gundam has been released on American shores since the early 2000s, shortly after Gundam Wing's successful run on Toonami back in the day. I didn't get the show when I was a kid due to looking old, as well as being really late into the show's run, like they're near the Battle of Bao Q, so I couldn't follow the plot, but I always liked the Gundam design and Zaku 2 designs for some reason. But years later, I played Federation vs. Zeon. Highly recommend that game. People play it, pick it up, and you won't regret it because that game is fucking badass. I also played some other games which I want to add to the script, like Journey to Jaburo as well, which is a tanky game. Zeonic Front as well, and I liked how they expanded the 1 year war during those titles. So let me go back to the topic here. And that's how I got into the Universal Century of series of Gundam shows and deepened my love for Gundam as a whole. The other thing I didn't like about Quax or Crux is mostly of its mecha designs, because they look too busy to the eyes, and I know they wanted them to look like tools and whatnot, but seriously people, check out an anime called Palabor if you want to study realism for mecha or mobile suits. I highly recommend it. I do like some mobile suits in Gundam Quax though, is the Quax itself, despite being super colorful, but its model kit on the other hand is an amazing experience to build. Also, I love the EVA 1 looking unit, aka the G-Fred, which is a badass looking suit that also has a cat theme that has cat-like ears being funnels, which is freaking awesome. And finally, the Red Gundam, which actually grew on me when it was moving in the show, to the point I have plans on getting the kit along with the G-Fred. Now with the positives, let me just say the animation quality looks amazing for a television series, and how the series changes tones depending on the mood or tone of the scene. If you watch the series, you'll know what I'm talking about here, which many modern anime don't even do these days. Like they have when it's a serious or dark scene or dramatic scene, the scene turns a bit dark, black, grayish to get that dramatic feel. Or near the GQuuuuux, it gets all psychedelic and colorful. Or when it's like really lighthearted moments, it's really bright and colorful. And I like the beginning shots where they show it in Side 6, which is basically camera angles and whatnot at inside the colony. If you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. And also I found a nice touch for the Kira scenes that look like characters that are underwater, despite not being in water. I kind of like it because it's this cool effect, like they're in a non-gravity area and they're like underwater, but they're not underwater, but they're talking in their minds. And you get what I'm saying, right? And some of the soundtrack sounds nice. It gives that modern yet futuristic feel for it, but I don't like its opening theme at all. Don't blame me, people. I don't like the artist. Then there's the GQuuuux model kit, which has to be one of the best model kits that I ever built in my life. Like I was building an action figure and not a Gunpla kit. People, after I was finished doing the model kit, building the model kit, I was posing, like doing many poses on the model kit to the point I was playing an action figure. That's how good it is. Also, it made the concept of new types not freaking corny for once, and actually made it look cool and believable for the modern audience, instead of using it as an excuse for dodging attacks or having psychedelic scenes when people are having conversations with each other in their mind. If I got the new type fans pissed off, I'm sorry about that. That's my experience. I was never a new type concept fan till GQuuuux, so give a shout out to another plus for GQuuuux on that. Where I'm at. Another positive that I had of the series is that I actually made discussions with fellow anime/Gundam fans who actually like the show for what it is and want to see improvements. And as well, they want to see what happens next, even doing theories and the like, and it was fun. And I give a shout out to Hemo for finishing Quax along with many entries in the Gundam series in 12 months as of this video. Go visit his Twitter channel. I leave it in in the comment box below the video. Give him, if you have a Twitter account, please give that guy a follow and tell him Omega Katana has summoned you there. And also, people, where I'm at. Oh yeah, doing theaters and the like. And it was fun while it started on Twitter. Let me clean that out. Or X. Then I moved to Reddit. I know some people have problems on Reddit and all that, but their Gundam community has been pretty chill and friendly to me. And a shout out to their Gunpla community for being amazing people, for just chilling and building model kits for fun. They gave me good tips and whatnot. Give a shout out to them too. And give a shout out to the Gundam community over there for being awesome people. And that's all to say for now before I conclude this review and personal thoughts on the latest Gundam series. It's not the worst. Oh boy, it's far from it. Looking at you, Build Divers in Gundam GQuuuuux. So let me conclude with me saying this. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, or if you have something to say, please leave a comment in the comment box below the video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos, and don't forget to check out my podcast called the Omega Dimension 13 Podcast, which me and some friends talk about anime, video games, and other pop culture stuff. Please check out the podcast out because it is an amazing experience, as well as to check out interviews, live streams of myself playing games. Check that out too. Whenever I live stream, live stream myself playing games that I find fun, and always love it when people leave comments in the chat. So that's all to say for now. Sayonara.